Good morning everyone. I am lecturer. Today I am going to discuss about the third semester subject fabric structure, in that fifth unit about finishing process. In earlier session you have discussed about the finishing, importance of finishing, objectives of finishing process and classification of finishing processes. Already know about the preparatory processes, stabilizing processes. We are discussing about the textural finishing processes. Today's session is ninth session. Earlier you have discussed about the tentering and the decaying. These are the textural finishing processes. Texture means what you feel when we touch the fabric. That is a texture. Structure is in different from the texture. So to get a different textures effect, we have to give the some of the finishing processes like a tentering, decaying, calendering. Today we are going to discuss about the calendering finishing process. What is calendering then? Calendering is a final process in which heat and pressure are applied to a fabric by passing it between heated rollers, imparting a flat, glossy, smooth surface. Luster increases when the degree of heat and pressure is increased. So, calendering is a final process in which heat and pressures are applied for the fabric to a fabric by passing it between the heated rollers. So, this after passing through the heated rollers, it imparts a flat, glossy and smooth surface to the fabric. So, calendering needs that is a heat and the pressure. With the help of the heat and the pressure, we are increasing the luster effect of the fabric. Calendering is applied to fabrics in which a smooth, flat surface is desirable, such as most cotton, many linens and silks, and various synthetic fabrics. In such fabrics as velveteen, a flat surface is not desirable and the cloth is steamed while in tension without pressing. So, different types of fabrics according to their structures and the construction method then undergoes the finishing processes. Calendering is applied to fabric in which smooth and flat surface is desirable. If we want the smooth and the luster surfaces and the flat surfaces, we do carry for the calendering process, such as cotton, many linens and the silk, various synthetic fabrics also undergoes calendering process. For the fabrics such as a velveteen, that is a decorative use, it does not have a flat surface. It is a raised effect. It has a raised effect, so it does not need any calendering process. But without cloth is steamed while in tension without pressing. When applied to wool, the process is called pressing and employs heavy heated metal plates to steam and press the fabric. Calendering is not usually a permanent process. So, it is not a permanent process. It is when applied to wool, the process is called pressing and employs heavy heated metal plates to steam and press the fabric. Calendering is done to add luster to fabrics. Calenders are heavy machines made up of at least 2 rollers that can go up to 7 in numbers. Alternately, one roller is made of steel and the other is made up of softer material like wool paper, cotton fiber and corn husks. Calendar is a heavy machine. Calendars are the heavy machines made up of at least 2 rollers that can go up to 7 numbers. And 7 rollers can apply. Alternately, one roller is made up of a steel and the other is softer material like a wool paper, cotton fiber and the corn husks. The steel rolls may be equipped to be heated by gas or the steam. So, steel roller is equipped to the give a temperature and heated by gas or the steam. The fabric passes rapidly between the rolls and then wound up on the back of the machine. When the fabric passes rapidly between the rolls, then wounded up back of the machines. What are the objectives of the calendering then? What are the objectives? First one is to improve the fabric handle and to impart a smooth silky touch to the fabric. Second, to compress the fabric and reduce its thickness. Third one, to reduce the air permeability by closing the threads. So these are the objectives of the calendering: to improve the fabric handle, improve the smoothness of the, that is to make it attractive, and reduce its thickness and reduce the air permeability by closing the threads. Next is to increase the luster, to reduce the yarn slippage, to increase the capacity of the fabric, opacities, to increase the opacity of the fabric, surface patterning by embossing. So these are the objectives of the calendering. Calendering is essentially an ironing process that adds sheen to the fabric, that is shining effect, that is a luster effect is added by this calendering. It is a essentially ironing process. The method varies according to the type of finish desired. Calendars are heavy machines made up of at least 2 rolls. Minimum 2 rollers we need for the calendering finishing process. The rolls are supported in vertical frames. Plain rolling calendars may have as many as 7 rolls, 4 steel rolls and 3 horn husk or the cotton rolls. The steel rolls may be equipped to be heated by gas or the steam. So how these rollers are arranged? The rollers are supported with a vertical frame, and the plain rolling calendars may have as many as 7 rollers. In that 7, 4 rolls are made up of steels, and the other remaining 3 are of cotton rolls or the horn husk. The steel rolls may be equipped to be heated by the gas or the steam. The textile material is passed through the calendering machine rapidly between the gap formed by rollers. This is done at an average rate of 150 yards, that is 135 meter per minute, and under pressure of 40 to 60 tons, that is tons. The goods are then wound up on the back of the machine. So textile material is passed through the calendering machine rapidly between the gap formed by the rollers. That's done at an average rate of 150 yards, that is 135 meter per minute. It irons under a pressure of 40 to 60 tons. The goods are then wounded up on the back of the machines. This is the calendering machine. See the rollers, steel rollers and the husk rollers. Here the fabric is passed and it is pressed over the between the 2 rollers. The gap between the 2 rollers, there is a gap. Through that gap the fabric is passed and it gives a heated roller. It presses the fabric and gives a luster effect to that fabric. Then it is wounded on the back of the roller. Answer the following questions. Describe calendering process. Second, mention the objectives of calendering. So you have to write down the objectives and the objectives of the calendering, and you have to describe the process of calendering. Thank you.